Now we know mod x function is x when x positive and minus x when x less than 0. As here x not equals 0, so we don't consider the value of x equals to 0. Now mod x equals to x when x positive and mod x equals to minus x when x negative. That's mean easily you can say that, so mod x by x is equals to 1 when x positive and equals to minus 1 when x negative. That's mean your function fx is equals to 1 when x positive and minus 1 when x negative. Now if we try to draw the function in the coordinate axis, so suppose this is our x-axis and this is our y-axis. So this 1 and this is minus 1. Now when value of x positive, so this is our 1, this is minus 1. Now when suppose we try to draw the y is equals to fx curve. Okay. Now if x positive, that's mean fx equals to 1. That's mean value of y is equals to 1. X positive. Okay. That's mean after 0 for all values of x, values of y always 1. And when x negative, that's mean after before 0, so value of y is equals to always minus 1. Y is equals to fx, that's when you can say that value of y is equals to minus 1. So this is a rough sketch of your function y fx equals to mod x upon x. Now clearly you can say that this function is not continuous because they are totally a different part. देखो, so this part totally different. So they are not continuous. We know a function is continuous if does not have any break. Okay. So there are two different parts. That's when you can say that this function is not continuous. The question is, for what values must be assigned for what values must be assigned to fx at x equals to 0 so that fx is continuous at equals to 0. Now, if you try to find out the value, now left hand limit x tends to 0 minus fx, this value will be minus 1, and limit x tends to 0 plus, this value will be plus 1. As this limit is not equal, as LHL not equals to RHL, so this function cannot be extended to a continuous function. Okay, a function, this function can be extended to a continuous function at x equals to 0 if and only if the limit is exist. Because left hand limit and right hand limit are different, that's mean the function is the limit does not exist at x equals to 0. That's when you can say that the function is not continuous at x equals to 0 for whatever values of fx. Okay. Now next part is evaluate the limit x sin a minus a sin x. So how can we derive? So let's start. So first question is limit x tends to a x sin a minus a sin x upon x minus a. So at first limit x tends to a, so x sin a minus a sin a plus a sin a minus a sin x x minus. That's when you can say that limit x tends to a. If you take common, that's when it will be sine a x minus a plus. If you take common from here a, it will be sine a minus sine x, and your denominator is will be x minus a. Now, if you do this, limit x tends to a, this part will be is sine a. So x minus a into sine a upon x minus a plus limit x tends to a sine a minus sine x. If you use the formula of sine c minus sine d, you can say that 2 sine a minus x by 2 and cos a plus x by 2, and your denominator is x minus a. So now x tends to a, that's when you can say that x minus a not equals to 0. As x minus not equals to 0, that's when easily you can cancel out these two part. If you cancel out, it will be limit x tends to a sine a plus limit x tends to a, take common a, okay, and also wait, we can take common many things. A, suppose take common minus from here, that's mean it will be minus a, okay, it will be minus a, and limit uh, x tends to a, it will be sine a minus x by 2, and the below part will be a minus x, your 2 go to the denominator, it will be a minus x by 2, okay, and write this one another portion, limit x tends to a, now cos a plus x by 2. Now we know if denominator is not 0, that's mean easily we can put the values of limits. So that means this part will be sine a plus this part will be minus a, okay, and this part will be your 1, this part will be your 1, the value of this part will be 1, sine x minus x, so into 1, and this part will be if you put the value of x equals to the is 2a, 2a by 2, that's mean cos a, it's mean cos a, so therefore sine a cos a, okay. And there is another alternative way to solve the question by L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule, it's very easy rule. Let's limit x tends to a. Question is your x sine a minus a sine x. X sine a minus a sine x upon x minus a. That's mean you can say that this is the 0 by 0 form. Why 0 by 0 form? Because why 0 by 0 form? Because if you try to put the values x equals to a, now you can see that denominator is 0 and numerator is also 0, and 0 by 0 form. So when the form is 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, you can use the L'Hospital rule. And the rule is you have to differentiate both the numerator denominator, okay, with respect to x. Now limit x tends to a. If you differentiate numerator with respect to x, it will be sine a minus, okay, and minus constant a, it will be cos x, and your denominator will be 1. Now easily you can put the values of x equals to a, as denominator will not be 0. That means your answer will be sin a minus a cos. This is your answer.